Hey, you guys, this is Reggie, aka the Reginator. I wanted to talk to you guys about the New Zealand shooting and the horrible tragedy that it was. It's crazy. The tragedies that people choose to pay attention to in the news network. The reason why I don't seem as sad, I guess you can say, as most people, is because it's crazy to me how selective the news is about which tragedy it wants to promote. Like, yeah, it's horrible. Like 49 people died, but nobody paid attention a couple weeks ago when over 40 Christians got executed in North Africa for being Christians. Nobody is really making a big uproar about the 2 million Muslims that are being detained in China right now. And nobody cares about the Christians that are being killed and detained and churches that are being burned down in China, in Iran right now. So to me, it's like, just because the news chose this tragedy to focus on, everybody is sad about this one tragedy. And I'm like, there's so many tragedies that are going on throughout the weeks of even greater injustices and crazy things. And just because the TV didn't show to you, you chose to be unaware. It's crazy. The news manipulates people's minds. I'm like, yeah, 49 people died today, but again, you're not paying attention to the 2 million Muslims that are being detained. You're not paying attention to the over 40 Christians that were killed and executed brutally in North Africa. I think it was over 20 Christians died in China last month and they burned the church down, like 2 or 3 mega churches. There's all kinds of crazy tragedies that I'm aware of just this past month. And that's because I actually look into the news and see what's going on across the world. But because the news chose to focus on just this one tragedy, and I personally believe it's because of the manifesto this guy wrote out, and he mentioned Trump and PewDiePie and Candace Owens and celebrities. That's why the news media chooses to focus on this tragedy. All that to say that the news and the media really does have people wrapped around their fingers. And the most dangerous thing to people today, it's not the government, it's media. Because the media decides how you think. It decides how you're supposed to feel about something. And it's extremely deceptive in the way they word things, in the way they explain things. It's not only fake news, but it's also the way they twist the truth. It's crazy. It's like a mass spell being cast on people. Again, the reason why I'm not as sad as some people express themselves to be, it's because, again, this just past month I have articles of many tragedies that's been happening across the world that are worse, in my opinion. And, I mean, this is pretty bad, but there's a lot of evil that's going on in the world. And what the media chooses to shed its light on shows you their true intention. The media specifically chose this tragedy because it will divide people in this country. What the killers wrote in their manifesto, their specific purpose, he expressed it in his manifesto, written out, and you can read it yourself, is that they wanted to start a civil war in America. The media has access, the news media, CNN, they have access to this manifesto, but they choose to go right along with what this madman's plan was all along. And bring chaos, encourage chaos among the American population. It's so crazy. It's so crazy how easy it is to manipulate people. I'm amazed, really. But yeah, I say all that just to say, be on your guard. Don't believe everything they say. Don't take everything with a grain of salt. Because these guys, the media, is expert at twisting truth and twisting people's hearts. That's all I have to say.